So, our first question is, how many kids were in your family, and where did you stand in the lineup?
It was 7, and I was first.
Okay.
There was 5 of us, and I was second. But I was the smartest. I was the first daughter.
Okay. What was your day-to-day school experience like?
Very tiresome. We walked 7 miles to school with about 10 or 15 people, and we made up over half of the school.
Any other stories?
I could tell them all day.
Give us one.
Well, sometimes we would go across this man's field, and he didn't like it. And we'd all step in the same step so we wasn't pushes soybeans or whatever it was. When we were late for school, that's what we would do. It's a whole bunch of it. So we made big minutes.
Now the question was,
What was your day-to-day school experience like?
I did not like school. I had a belly ache every day. They don't want to hear about Daryl.
Daryl's saying he's in line with Spain riding on the chicken.
That one reason I didn't like to go to school was because of Daryl.
Sung that song.
No, I had a belly ache every day because I didn't like riding the bus. And we had to ride with all 12 grades, 1st through 12. Yes. So, but then when I got to school, it was fun. Maybe. All right. 2 down, Mama 3.
Okay, so for you, like, what was it like when your kids went to a desegregated school? Yeah, that's the one on my list.
When she went to school,
Well, like, what was it like when the kids went to a desegregated school? Was that like a big change, or?
Same old group, just some of us. But you didn't have no problem.
No, I was in the 9th, 10th grade when we first had some, and there was 3 on our bus, 2 of which was my best friends, so I enjoyed that. And we knew them. We had seen them at Rock Hill.
Yeah.
When we'd go up there, so we knew the Simmons and several of the families. So when we went to school with them, it was like I already knew them.
Okay.
But it was different.
Yeah.
It was different to start with.
Okay. What did you and your friends do in your spare time, like when you weren't at school or anything like that?
We run from boys because they won't aggravate us and put hoppy toads down our back and spiders. And I hated spiders, and that's what we did. We run. You wanted to know, and I told you.
We made playhouses. Me and my cousins would make a playhouse out of any corner of
Yeah, the boys would tear it down.
and then we'd tear it down, and we'd have to go whoop them, and Mama would let us whoop them as long as they were outside. But we did. I like to play outside and make playhouses. So.
All right. What was your first job ever?
Outside of being at home working.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until after I was married and I had to go to work and I forget where it was. Wondernet? No, that's where you went.
That's where I went. You went to worked at BC Moore's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that right?
It was a clothing store.
Oh, okay.
In Moxville, downtown, right on the corner where the big tree ain't there no more.
All right, then.
That's where it was. My first job.
Yeah.
Your mama was very, very little, and I had to work where they had birds, and I cleaned out bird cages. And the name of it was it Grant's? Downtown Grant's department store. And I cleaned birds out. Actually, it was right before your mom was born. And then after she was born, I couldn't stand the smell of birds for years. And she wanted a bird, of course, when she was
See,
about
I want a
5.
bird, but she won't let me.
Oh, no, she probably don't like them either.
Okay. How did you and your husband meet?
Our parents knew each other and visited each other, and his daddy asked me to marry his oldest son.
Really?
And we lived in Virginia, and they really, this is true.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It was a prearranged.
It was prearranged.
You're going to love mine. Nobody's gonna believe this. I met my husband because he was driving my school bus, and everybody used that as a joke, but it wasn't. I went out there. We had a new bus driver, and he had on blue jeans with holes in them and big old blue eyes. And as soon as I got on the bus, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's the prettiest thing I ever saw. Blonde hair, blue eyes, holes in his friends. Yeah. But he had the sweetest smile. But I tell people that, oh yeah, he drove the bus. That's how I met him. And then a funny story. I'll tell one funny story.
Okay.
When he finally got the nerve up to ask me out, I said, sure, that would be great. I hadn't even asked Mama yet, but I did because he called me, and I said, now he's my bus driver. I said, do you know where I live? He said, I think I can find it in the course. I did. I felt about it.
You're getting the education.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't know how to say without trying.
Wait, so you were serious? It
I
wasn't
was
a joke?
serious. I was
Do you think you found my house?
I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you where I live. Yeah, that was not fun.
Oh boy. Okay. Sorry.
She's gonna make a horrible grade.
Well, it's true that she makes a good. I mean, what I'm telling her is what I remember. So,
did any of your family members serve in the war?
yes, my older brother, 2 older brothers did.
In World War II?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be.
Yep. Willie and
Eldon was in longer than Willie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That would have been World War II.
And he come back a changed person.
Willie did. He had a.
Yep, he had a mental breakdown with.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he's always kind and gentle. It didn't affect Eldon.
Mm-hmm.
He could handle it.
Some people could.
Y'all go.
And my family. My family, no, your grandpa didn't serve because Vietnam was ending as he turned 18. And when he was 19, he was up for the next group that would be sent in. But then it was stopped as it was ending. That was in 69 when your mama was born. 70s about the time that it was. No more drafting. So, and none of my brothers, because they were all younger than your papa. All right.
Okay. What all do you remember about World War II?
We had an old announcer, this is Gabriel Heater, and he would scare the fire out of you. And you'd go to bed and you could just see him, and you know, we had uncles and all that was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really frightening to hear him tell about that war.
So he was like a reporter?
Yeah. Yeah. He was a scary one, too.
I don't remember anything besides stories that Daddy would tell us about how things were really hard back at the end of the wars when it was so bad.
Well, see, we were poor, but we didn't know it because everybody we knew was the same thing. And we'd have one cow and share it between several people.
Like we do now.
Feed it, and, yeah. And share gardens and total different thing. We didn't have Food Line or a Walmart.
Okay. Did you believe in the moon landing when it happened? Why or why not?
In what?
Did you believe we got to the moon when we did?
Did you believe a man walked on the moon?
No.
Why not?
This is interesting.
I don't think he'd ever been back down here if he walked on the moon. Yeah, I seen it on television. He did. He walked on
That
the moon.
means it was true. Daddy never believed it. To the day he died, I don't think he ever really believed it. Said that they
Kind of hard to believe.
Well,
Yeah.
television can make things look real that it isn't.
right, and that's
And
at the
reporters
time.
can
I bet at
report
the
it.
time, too, it was
Yep.
easier.
Yeah.
Good news don't sell, so they're going to report scary, ugly parts.
Yeah. But I can remember thinking they did too walk on the moon. I just know
So
they
you
did.
believe?
Yeah, yeah. Because I think that they had no airplanes in the first of the 1900s, and now that what all they can do. Oh yeah, I haven't. I just felt like they got on the moon and didn't go back. There wasn't nothing there to go back for.
Okay.
I still don't think they did.
Well, you lied. You said you believed it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I can change my mind if I want to.
Ask her again, and she'll change it again.
All right. Did the Cold War impact your day-to-day life, and if so, in what way?
Well, I didn't know what it meant. And it didn't. We were just at home, and I don't know that it meant anything to me.
All right.
I
Then.
bet not living in a city, it wasn't
It may
big
be.
of a
Well,
threat.
we didn't have television. We didn't, and radio. We didn't get to listen. We were not on it. We was happy.
And I was out of it too. I come along, they just told me to be happy.
It's a totally
did
different
make
world.
a difference where we were at compared to people that lived in the city.
Well, I think it had a lot to do with our bringing up Bible scriptures.
I can remember Mom and them though. You didn't throw away anything because they lived through the Depression and
Oh, yeah.
all the times was so bad. You kept every scrap of food.
Well, we shared too with our
Shared,
neighbors.
Did
We didn't say it's mine.
Okay. Did you support or oppose the Vietnam War?
she probably don't.
I think the war is something that happens whether you support it or believe in it or not.
We
And all you know is what you hear on the radio, and I didn't believe half of it. So,
I support the people who were serving in it.
right.
Yeah, because they did what they were asked to do, whether you agreed with it or not.
What was the first movie you ever saw in theaters?
Lord, I don't know.
Was it after I was born before you saw the movie?
No, we went to a movie in Galax, but I don't know what. It's a love story, but I forget what it was. But then they had the war, they screamed all that, and it showed what was going on in the war and everything before the movie showed. So you come in half tickled and half scared. I mean, really.
My first movie, you guys will remember, A Journey to the Center of the Earth. Y'all seen the redo? I seen the first one. Pat Boone started. My daddy took me and R.D. and Phil to the movies. That's the first one I remember. And we left the twins at home. And he took us to the movie. Scared the mud out of me too. They was in the middle of a mountain and it spit them out the top. And that's what I remember. I might have been. How old was I? 6?
I don't know.
The twins were born. I was 4. I bet I was 6, 7 when it came out. If you look up the date of the original. Went downtown Salisbury.
What I like to do now is get stuff like this and do them little crosses, and that takes my mind off of all my problems, all my heartaches, all my kids, all my grandkids, all my great grandkids. And I mean, it's because you have to concentrate like. This is that and that and that, and there's Vivi and there's RD.
So now I'm a tablecloth.
It does really. To me, it is very relaxing. A lot of people don't like it, but I do it.
Okay, this is the last question. So, what was the first new invention that you remember getting?
Well, was it telephone for you? See, we lived. She lived back in the country, so they got it years after, didn't you?
Knew it. I guess the radio.
You remember getting a radio with you?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Daddy bringing in a record player.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was our great. Of course, we had a TV, but it's black and white. But he came in with a record player. but it had probably been out for a while. But I
Well-
remember that he brought them albums in. We couldn't believe those people could be in there singing that white piece of vinyl.
Well, we live such a different, remote life, so y'all couldn't even, none could understand.
Tell them the story about when you went to school and the cougar followed you.
Yeah,
She used to tell us that scares.
my two uncles would go. One in front is about 10 or 15 of the kids, and that whatever it was would follow us, and it'd leap from tree to tree and scream,
They called
And-
it panther. Black. It was a black.
and you could see it as it went, and they would go with guns
Mhm.
to that booger, and at night it would cry like a baby.
Oh, really?
And you talking about all of us crawling in bed with mom and daddy with it. I mean, it was horrifying.
I heard one when we lived on Ging Road. Mama was in the house, and we heard a woman screaming, and we took off in there. Joe's kids was over there, and we all took off running in there, and Mama come out. She said, "What is it?" And we listened, and she said, "That's a cougar." So that's what we
And
did
it
in the
was
mountains.
Georgia and them.
But when I heard it, I thought somebody was hurting a woman, killing her or something.
Yeah.
I mean, just screaming.
Well, see, it would
And then
follow
it-
us to school. It jumped. You could see it from tree to tree.
Wow.
And,
So-
and they say stay in bunches because it would sickle up.
Yeah.
And my little legs is shorter than the rest of them, and my sides is hard. And, but I forget. I like to go up there now and go from the Baker Hall, or how we walked and went, and how far we went to school. It was school. And then attend the school that, like I say, about this behaved. She would have that paddle, take them up front and turn them over her lap. And that one run home, like I said, he lived a half a mile or something. She said usually he come back and he was tatted. She wore herself out and then we did.
And he just grinned.
I mean, you know, now
The
that
school
was,
back then was a lot different than what you have. What you got.
no, they
Around
get
and we'll
sued
ask you
down.
some questions. What do you think about school? You take after your grandma?
I want to cut that out for your history project.
Well,
Is that amen?
well, do you guys have like any other fun stories or anything?
Well, I could talk all night and you wouldn't believe I so I don't go into it.
Well, that's another good story you could tell.
When
What
when Vivian was born, Raymond,
here we go.
Grandpa took me down there and got me with the nurse, the energy, and the hospital lived 4 or 5 doors down from us on the Ging Road. And went in, and Raymond went to park the car and come back in to eat because he hadn't had breakfast. And she said, Raymond, I said, you got a big girl. Nah, I just brought her in.
I was waiting around.
They took me straight to the delivery room. I had 2 pains, and she was here, bright-eyed. And see,
There you
RD,
go,
with
6
RD, they knocked me out a little bit, and he was kind of drowsy. And she's always been a live wire. But Raymond come back, and he argued with the lady downstairs, and I just brought her in. He said, I don't care what you got. He said, well, I ain't eat breakfast. She said, well, I don't give a hoot about that either. See, his belly was going for his girl.
So you guys have
Look,
air
look,
conditioning.
those 2 birds. Oh, they're gone.
You
There's
guys
2
have
yellow
air
birds.
conditioning. You don't remember without air conditioning, but when your mama was little, in the evening it would be like 90 during the day. It gets so hot. About 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, me and Pat would take your mama and Glenda down to the river and get in the river to cool off. And then when you come back, your body's so cold because the river was so cold. You would stay cool most of the night after you'd go down there.
We
It
can have
is eat
fans
you
or air
alive, but-
conditioner.
Yeah. Finally got some fans and it was better, but
And
that's all I know. You got another story?
Lord, I could keep them here all night, but they don't want to hear all that. Some of them said you exaggerate. Well, it's what I remember. Now, I don't know if it's
Now,
half true or what, but
her family had a lot of musicians in them. Magicians, musical exclamation in her family.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Played Willie
Yes.
played mandolin.
And Eldon the guitar.
Yep.
Eldon could sing, but Willie couldn't. He couldn't even hum. But boy, he could play.
He could.
Couldn't even hum.
And him and his wife got loose when he's 4 years older than I am. And they got in a car and somehow from High Point,
Mhm.
and they maneuvered out up to Galax. And when sitting up there at where Hardee's or Bojangles,
McDonald's somewhere.
McDonald's,
Didn't have a clue where they
didn't have a clue. And the daughter called the department up there in police department
Mhm.
and said they had got loose and they found them sitting in there eating. They said, well, we just went out for breakfast.
And they told Willie that that's going to take his keys away from him. And he said, and I told him I had money, I'd go buy me another car. And Kathy said he probably would.
He's old too. 4 years older than I am. He's getting to be older than that.
You get close to 90.
Mm-hmm. Our mama lived to be nearly 100 and she was still boss.
Yeah, she was bossy, wasn't she?
In the hospital, she'd go around and feed the people.
Mhm.
She was in the hospital for something or other. But anyhow, they'd bring the plates in, set them down. Their family wasn't there to feed them. They didn't eat. And Mama would go around, and of course they knew her. Several nurses there. She had kept her babies. And she would go around and feed them. And she'd say, now here. And they said, well, ain't you afraid she'll choke them? She said, no. Said, this is what Miss Bartlett's done all her life, is took care of people. And her last days on earth, she was taking care of people.
Try and take care of somebody.
And she'd say, now, here's a bite now. And she'd wipe her mouth and give them. And I mean, that's old. That's amazing, really.
Yeah.
Because I'd say, here, open that mouth and shut up. Mackie one. Oh, man.
So, that's your test now?
Yep. I think we're good.
I hope you make 150.
Well, thank you.